Warning, everything that you used to do for marketing and advertising for new members will not work any longer. From today forward, the rules of the marketing game have changed. Hi, and welcome to the Crush My Competition video. My name is Bob Sisk, and I'm the co-founder of Profit Partners. On behalf of myself and Alan Boucher, the other co-founder, we'd like to welcome you to Crush My Competition. We're going to be introducing you to the Marketing Foundation. This is the most complete marketing system for health club owners available today. We like to say that this system was built for the owners that have tried it all. Owners that realize it's harder today than it ever was in order to get your new members to join your health club. If you've been looking for a better way to get new members to join your health club, get new members to spend more money with your health club, get your existing members to last longer, to improve your retention ratios, then this program is for you. We're going to be spending the next few minutes together. I would challenge you to lock your doors, put your telephone on Do Not Disturb, and close your email. Let's go and give us your undivided attention for the next few minutes or so. This is Bob Sisk, and we're about to introduce you to the Marketing Foundation. Okay, let's look at this exponential growth chart. And when we're done with this, I want you to send us an email, info@myprofitpartner.org, and ask for this. We want to send this to you so you could see in your own club's numbers. And what you're looking at is a very important tool. Our exponential growth worksheet is showing you how, by making incremental improvements, it's going to lead you to exponential growth. It works every time. In this example, we're going to show you there's 3 ways you can make more money owning a health club. 1 is sell more memberships, 2 is get your existing members to spend more money, and 3 is get your existing members to last longer. Let's take a look at this example. Our system, the Marketing Foundation, is going to help you improve on selling more memberships. Look at the blue boxes here. We're going to show you how to get more from the ads that you're running. We're going to show you how to convert more incoming calls into tours. And we're going to show you how to close more people that come through your front door. Just a measly old 10% improvement across the board is going to be worth another $25,000 to you. That's more than twice as much as what our whole system costs, if that's all we did. But it's not. We want to show you how to upsell your current member base. If your current members, let's say you have 600 members on the books, they're spending $500 a year, we don't want you to raise your rates. What we want you to do is have more things to sell your current members. If you just sell 10% of them something, that's additional $30,000 on the books. The third area is get people to last longer. If you have 600 members on the books and your average member lasts 12 months with you, get them to last 14 months instead before they expire. Get them to last 14. Get them to stay a little bit longer. Just 10% longer is worth another $30,000 to you. In this example, we're showing you by a 10% improvement on all 3 areas, you're going to grow your bottom line revenue by almost $95,000. That's what we do. Incremental improvements lead to exponential growth. Can you imagine how excited we got when we get emails from guys like Drew LeBlanc, who owns a health club down there in Louisiana, who had a 400% growth? He went from 300 members to 1,300 members his first 10 months with us. That's 1,000 extra members, and he was trying to grow for 5 years before we came along. That's phenomenal. So we want to underpromise and overdeliver. Now, when you look at that exponential growth chart, it's exciting to realize how simple it is to make your revenues grow. But in the real world, it seems like the hardest thing in the world. Everything that worked 5 years ago no longer works. Today it seems like it's so frustrating, and everything you're doing seems like a waste of money. When you send out direct mail, you're not making your money back. If you try and run cable TV, that doesn't work. If you run an ad in the newspaper, that's not bringing them in. The Yellow Page ad doesn't create phone calls anymore. Even the incoming calls don't turn into tours. It seems like nothing that you're doing is working. That's because you're using old marketing. What determines your success is not how good you are, not how good your fitness center is, not how good your health club is, but how many people know how good your club is. That's the key. It's not how good you are, but how many people know how good you are. The old way of doing marketing has stopped working. It's no longer a viable option for you to spend your money. The reason for that is there's so much noise in your industry. Everything that you do and say is being done and said by the competition down the street. You create your own confusion. There's so much noise that you need to rise above the noise. You need to separate yourself from the pack so people can hear your message. That's where new marketing comes into play. If you can learn the difference between the old marketing and the new marketing, you're going to dominate this marketplace. So I was recently on a call with a guy who was a tire kicker. He saw us on the internet. He called up. He wanted to speak to somebody. And basically he was kicking our tires. He wants to find out if he's on the right track or not. And as we're talking, I'm explaining some of the things our marketing foundation does for him. And I'm talking to him about our powerful websites we're going to build for him, the member surveys, how important they are, the testimonials we get from the surveys, how to use them in current marketing, how we send out a newsletter religiously twice a month, the video, the autoresponders, drip marketing, things like that. And everything I told him about, he said, I already have that. I already have that. I already have that. I already do that. I already do that. I already do that. And after a while, I was like, well, why are we even talking? I said to him, what can we possibly do for you if you already do all that? And I know the answer to it. He doesn't. He says, I'm not sure. He goes, what I need is a system to manage it all. Because, when I'm doing my newsletters, I don't do anything else. It just consumes all my time. I said, listen, it's not the system you need to manage it all. You need to find a way to get all of those things working automatically. Whether you get out of bed or not in the morning, that's what you need as a business owner. You need to automate your newsletter, automate your autoresponders, automate your survey, have it all being done for you automatically. The new marketing, which is our marketing foundation, our product, the new marketing is powerful for two reasons. And no one else in the industry can make this claim but us. The two reasons the Marketing Foundation is the most powerful marketing program, the most complete system on the market today, is number one, it's automatic. It works automatically 24/7, whether you get out of bed or not, it's working for you. Number two, it's a combination of all of the marketing pieces. It's not one piece by itself working separately. It's integrated. That's the second reason. That's the key ingredient. That's the part that nobody gets right. It's like baking a cake. You could use all the right ingredients, just use the wrong quantities, and it's going to be a flop. It's not going to work. Here's an example. When you send out an ad, does your ad send people back to your website, to a landing page, also known as a squeeze page, sign them up for the newsletter so it can drip on them automatically, and then put them in an autorespond system so we can talk to them over a long haul? Does it do all that? I don't think so. The problem is everything's separate, so nothing works together and nothing's working. See, the Marketing Foundation works for every type of health club, large, small, men's, women's, co-ed, rural, urban, all types of health clubs, fitness centers. This Marketing Foundation has the ability to break through the clutter, separate you from the pack, and get results. Having a powerful marketing system allows you to focus on what you do better and different than everybody else. When you do that, we're also going to encourage you to raise your rates. You deserve to be paid a higher premium. You're bringing a better service to the community. It's a fact that you should be paid in direct proportion to the quality and the quantity of the service that you provide to your community. Here's what I mean by that. One of our clients about a year ago was a couple named Dennis and Marla. They came to us after being open about 6 months. They were frustrated. It wasn't working out. They couldn't get this thing to go off the ground. They had about 250 members, and most of them they got at their grand opening month. When they came to Profit Partners, they were looking for a better way. They were looking for direction, guidance, some ideas, anything. What they were doing at the present time was not working. They couldn't figure it out. It was frustrating them. So they came to us with looking for a little bit of hope. What they found was a solution. In less than a year, they went from 250 members to over 650 members by implementing a system. Dennis said it was the best decision they ever made. It saved their business. He says it's right in line with all their business philosophies that they currently hold. Now, on the other side of the coin, let's talk to you about what works and why it works. This is the Marketing Foundation. The Marketing Foundation is based on new marketing. New marketing is nothing more than a combination of all of the tactical marketing that works. If you combine them together, it makes the most powerful marketing solution there is. Here's what I mean by that. We talked about the noise in your marketplace. The noise is created by all your competitors all shouting and yelling and screaming out why they're the biggest and the best. So anybody that's starting to get serious about health and fitness, they're looking around. They're actively pursuing a solution for health and fitness. They want to lose weight. They want to tone up. They want to get in shape. Yet everybody's talking about why they're the best. That confuses the people. When people are confused, they freeze. They do nothing. New marketing cleans that up. It changes the focus from the from the business onto the prospect. It talks about the prospect's hot buttons. We've done over 8,000 surveys of people who joined health clubs in the last few years. They tell us what they want, why they want it, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and what they're actually willing to do to get it. That's what we focus on. We focus on Jim Joyner. We call him Jim Joyner because he's the next guy to join your gym. Then we start off by showing you how to talk to your marketplace. We have a guide that's called the 22 ways to get more response from every ad you run. Once you put your advertising through that guide, it's going to show you how to get people to respond to it, and then how we capture their information. We capture their information and we start to drip market to them. We talk to them. We recommend using email because it's basically free. Do it as autoresponder so it goes out automatically. Nothing falls through the cracks that way. That's how you use new marketing to your advantage. When Jim Joyner is ready to do something about health and fitness, there's only 3 ways he's going to reach out to you. He's going to call up, he's going to stop by, or he's going to visit your website. We're going to make you better at those first 3 points of contact than all of your competition combined. Once he reaches out, he's going to see you as the only and the obvious choice. He'd be a fool to join anyone else but you. The Marketing Foundation also gives you the sales closing tools that you need. When Jim Joyner comes in, takes the tour of the facility, hears you lay out your unique selling points plus the powerful member testimonials telling him why you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, he realizes he's in the right place. He says, you know what, this is the place I've been looking for. And he signs up and he becomes a new member. At that point, now we switch. We have the autoresponders start to send him information on how to get the most out of your new membership automatically. There's no chance for error this way. The Marketing Foundation also gives you the tools to help you upsell your members, any ancillary sale products that you have, juice bars, personal trainings, things like that, and a member survey to help your member retention. Find out what makes your members happy, what do they like, what do they dislike, and then you can work on that as well. Let me tell you about the Martin family. They owned a good health club. They were doing a good job. They were open for years. They had a few thousand members. Everything was going along fine. They were getting good results, but they wanted to go to the next level. They wanted to go from good to great. They went out searching for some systems to help them do that. When they came across Profit Partners, they felt that they found the only system that had everything they needed. A newsletter tool, a new website, an autoresponder program, a no-dues promotion for member referrals. Everything they were looking for was all in one place. They turned us on a couple of years ago, and they went from good to great. They went from a little over 3,000 members to almost 5,000 members today. They added 1,600 new members in their free pass system, where they sent out a free pass and turned on the drip marketing to their community. They have over 5,000 people read their health and fitness newsletter 2 times a month, every month religiously. This family now makes twice the money in half the time. They're giving back to their community. They're constantly involved with charities and their churches and giving back, and they have children's programs, and they have programs for some of the obese and for some of the seniors in their town. They're always giving back, and now they can. To go from good to great is simple if you have the system in place to help get you there. If you haven't noticed by now, we're different than all the other companies in our industry. We do things differently. We think different. We act different. We even market for our own new clients different. And we're not looking for 10,000 companies to come on board and become our client. We want to work with a couple hundred health club owners. We're not trying to build a corporation with thousands of employees either. What we're trying to do is build a company that shares its beliefs with its customers. And our beliefs are very simple. We believe if you provide a great service for your community and you're better than your competition at getting the message out to the community, that you deserve the lion's share of the marketplace. That's our belief systems. And if you agree with that, then you're probably the type of person we'd enjoy working with. And that's what makes us better and different than all of your other choices that you have when it comes to health club marketing and fitness marketing and advertising. We are better than our competition. Let me tell you about one of our all-time favorite clients. Drew and his wife Lauren owned their health club for over 10 years, and they were struggling, running a pretty decent business. They had about 340 members. They were working about 80 hours a week, and they were paying their bills. In August 2005, they were hit with Hurricane Katrina. Can you imagine anything worse than having your entire life savings blown up by a natural disaster like that? Their business was gone. They needed to rebuild that, get that back open, and get back to serving their community again. Well, they did reopen, and by the spring of 2007, they were back in business. They had over 350 members in their club, and they had to make a couple of tough decisions. One was to move the business across the street to a bigger location. In other words, reinvest back into their own business. And two was hire this company called Profit Partners. They did both. We went to work together. In 10 short months, they went from 350 members to over 1,300 members with us. Not only did it improve the community exposure they're receiving, they were also voted the Small Business of the Year award. And the owner, Drew, is also up for the Business Person of the Year for the entire state as of the time of this recording. That's unbelievable. Drew and his wife Lauren now can take vacations to the islands. They take time off of their business. They no longer work in their business. They work on their business. They enjoy every minute of it now. Nothing made us happier than to receive a call from Drew while he was on vacations at the Four Seasons, sipping some cocktails with his wife, enjoying the first vacation they had in years, just attributing their success to our systems. Drew said without the surveys, the website, the autopilot tools, none of this would be possible. Not only are they making more money, but they're enjoying their time again. They love what they do. The power of the Marketing Foundation comes from the fact that it's easier to get results. The Marketing Foundation makes it more cost-effective to get your message out in a more comprehensive way to your community. Once we do that, it works. It's more powerful. It captures the information of the people that are looking for solutions for health and fitness, puts them into the hopper, and it stays in touch with them. It stays in touch with your community in a laid-back, comprehensive way that's non-intrusive, non-invasive, and it's a lot more appealing than a hammer-dunking sales guy who calls them up and leaves sales pitches on their answer machine. That's not what it's about. This is the only way to effectively build your success long term. There's a lot of ways to sell memberships. Heck, you probably already hired some of these people that come in and drop your price and just sell out to the marketplace. That's not what this is about. This is a long-term strategy to help you build a constant flow of new leads, new tours, new members, new happy clients. That's what this does. The only way you can accept the fact that this is going to work is if you accept the fact that there is a buying cycle. We're not targeting only at the low-hanging fruit. Sure, we want to sell people who want to buy. We want to get people who are ready to join a health club to pick you. We want that. But we also want the people that are in that buying cycle. It's critical to your success that you accept the fact that it takes people 2 to 3 months to say yes to finally joining a health club. That's the typical buying cycle. We got that from over 8,000 surveys we've done nationwide in the last 5 years. That's how long it takes people. They've admitted it. Look, it's a big decision. They're making a commitment to change. If you can accept that and stay in touch with people while they're in the buying cycle, you're going to gain the market share, the lion's share of the market share. There's a huge amount of money in that area, and that's what we do. The Marketing Foundation focuses on everybody who just started thinking about it to everybody who's ready to buy. Let's spend a minute to talk about whether this is a good fit for each other or not. The Marketing Foundation is not available to every health club owner who requests it. That's not what we are built for. We're not trying to sell thousands and thousands of health club owners across the United States and Canada, Australia, and other countries. We want to work with a few hundred qualified, excited, happy owners who want to go from good to great. That's who we're looking for. So the obvious question is, okay, how do I qualify? And it's pretty simple. The first thing you want to do is double check and make sure your territory is available. We're not going to sell this to two clubs on the same street that are competing against each other. It's not going to work as effective for both of you. So first, start and make sure that your territory is still available. The second thing you want to check on is, are we a good match for each other? Are you a good match for this system? Is this system a good fit for you? And here's how you figure that out. Just ask yourself these questions. Do you have more competition today than you did 5 years ago? Has your marketing and advertising become less effective each time you run it? Are you wasting time and money trying to figure all this out? Do you feel like you're spread too thin? Are you working longer hours? Do you have a burning desire to crush your competition? If you answer yes to these, then we are a perfect match for each other. Take the next step. Let's talk to you about getting started. We're selling the Marketing Foundation for $59.88. That includes everything you see on this W3 page here. The websites, the surveys, the newsletters, the autoresponders, the autoresponder tools, the drip marketing, testimonials, help with advertising, things like that. Everything you see there is included. The tools you need to go from good to great are all part of our program. The best way to pay for it is all at once. If you pay for it all at once, we even give you a discount of about $1,000. The total cost would be $49.88. And many owners are watching their cash flow, so they pay us monthly. They pay $4.99 a month. No matter how you choose to pay for it, just realize everything you need for your club to go from good to great is all part of the Marketing Foundation. But other than price, what our clients told us is really important to them is these 5 things. Number 1 is you get a partner as your point person. Every one of our clients is designated one of the partners, Alan Boucher or myself, Bob Sisk. We are responsible. We have a financial interest in your success. We don't pawn your success and your system off to a low-level employee. We personally handle you all the way through the system. There are no long-term contracts is number 2. We earn your business month in and month out. Our clients stay with us because it's working, not because they're locked into a contract. We believe that if we can continue to provide growth and increased revenue, you're going to stay with us. Number 3, we give you a 10-day risk-free trial. We want you to make sure that you're happy with the decision and you believe this is a good fit before we even get up and running. We give you a full 10 days after FedEx delivers the material for you to go through it with your staff and make sure you guys say, you know what, this is exactly what we needed. And then we're on our way. Number 4, we aren't trying to sell everybody. We have limits. We can only, since Alan and I are point persons, we can only handle so many new clients a month. We turn business away when we have too many clients starting up, and that's how it is. Some people are in the wings waiting for their turn. And number 5, we have flexible payment options. We make it so easy to do business with us. If you pay it all up front in full, we give you a great discount, about $1,000 off the program. That's one of the keys to why our clients are so happy with us. We just make it easy for them. On behalf of Profit Partners, Alan Boucher, this is Bob Sisk. I am so excited about working with you. I hope this is the right program for you. Just log right onto our order form page now, www.myprofitpartner.org/order, and we're going to get started. We'll pull your order together, get everything right out to you, and be on our way. Thanks for listening. Again, Bob Sisk at Profit Partners.